Hello friends, it's me, Shin, and today I'm coming to you from the Suncoast Casino where I'm checking out Dupar's for the first time. Super happy to have you along. Let's head inside. All right everyone, and here we are seated at Dupar's. I absolutely love the look of this restaurant. A very welcoming feel here, classic casino diner, red leathered upholstery with half booths and table seating. A very nice vibe in here. Now the Gold Coast Casino is a locals casino here in the Summerlin side of the Las Vegas Valley toward the west, and it's really popular among the locals. And Dupar's, from what I'm told, is the best pancake in Las Vegas. Several of you have mentioned in the comments that it's one of the best places to go for breakfast, so I'm here to finally check it out today. Let's take a look at what they have on the menu. Alrighty, so here is your menu at Dupar's Restaurant and Bakery. Wow, since 1938, I didn't know that. Here are your appetizers. You've got zucchini, chicken strips, house-made onion rings, oh, and a fried sampler platter. That might make things really easy. Soups and salads here. We've got sandwiches, a nice list here. Triple Decker Club, French dip, BLT, Monte Cristo. We've got hamburgers as well, different hamburgers. Oh yeah, that actually all looks really good. Here we have entree salads. Traditional Caesar, Cobb salad, and a classic chef salad. Poultry options, oven roasted turkey, country chicken breast. Yeah, this all looks really good. Fresh salmon is their seafood option, so it doesn't look like too many seafood options here. And then you have your beef, some meatloaf, country fried steaks, spaghetti and meatballs. And you've got some favorites down here, a chicken pot pie and some fish and chips. So this looks like their lunch and dinner menu. Let me show you the breakfast menu, which looks to be on the other side. We've got 2 eggs any style and all these fresh eggs cooked to order. Here are your side options available for breakfast. Got some fluffy omelets here in the top right. Oh cool, okay, they've got island favorites as well. So Loco Moco, Big Kahuna plate, that's great. And buttermilk hotcakes, Dupar's legendary buttermilk hotcakes. That sounds impressive. Definitely gonna have to try and get some of that. We've got Benedict's here, very traditional to Florentine. And your beverage here, I believe they are Pepsi, not Coca-Cola. And there is your menu at Dupar's. Now that is a really good looking menu. Not only do they have their standard menu, but they have monthly specials as well. And the option on the monthly special that intrigued me the most was their Texas Toast Chicken Parmesan. Now typically I don't feature things like monthly specials here on the channel, but that one was sounding too intriguing for me to pass up. So I think I'm gonna go in on that. In fact, I'm just gonna be going in on a lot of food today because you know how it goes in my videos. Every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay. So I'm gonna get a nice variety and together we'll see what this place is all about. Appetizers are coming up first. I'll see you in a little bit when they arrive. All right, everyone, now my appetizers just got here. Let me give you a view. I got Dupar's fried sampler. This is just a big eclectic mix of their fried options, along with their soup of the day, which today is cream of chicken. I'm actually really hungry, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's give them a try. First off, I'm going in on their appetizer sampler, starting with their mozzarella sticks. And get a nice dip into the marinara sauce here. This is piping hot. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that's actually really good. I wouldn't exactly say the crispiest mozzarella stick I've ever had, but the breading is quite nice. It's well seasoned and housed the mozzarella inside very well. Though I would have appreciated a little bit of extra crisp, it was quite good. A decent pull on the cheese, and it's a very mild mozzarella. Nice flavors, not too salty. It's a good mozzarella stick in general. A relatively light fry here. My hands aren't completely oily after this. And I really do like their marinara sauce. It's incredibly zesty and savory, with just a hint of spice on the back end. It's all very good. That's a nice start to the appetizer platter. Next up, the jalapeno poppers. I recall as a child, the first jalapeno popper I ever tried was the ones from Burger King, and even then I thought it was amazing. Now as an adult, I've come to really enjoy this appetizer. I'm gonna dip them into some ranch here. And it's looking great. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. A much crispier exterior to this than I had with the mozzarella stick. That I appreciate a lot. There's also just a little bit more flavor here, a much better seasoning job with this batter. A good start to this jalapeno popper. There's a lot of spice here, a nice amount of heat throughout the entire bite, and that spice lingers even after the bite as well. I think my biggest issue lies with the cheese. It's a little bit grainy in texture, although it does have a nice salty flavor. I think I would have appreciated a little bit more of a smoother cheese here, but in general, the flavors are pretty good. But if you are a big fan of that cheese whiz kind of texture, then this is the jalapeno popper for you. I love the ranch dressing here, nice and creamy with good cooling flavors. A fine jalapeno popper, I like this. Next up is the tempura chicken. And typically I'm a barbecue sauce kind of guy. While I could ask for it, I'm feeling a little bit lazy and I just want to get this food in my mouth. So I'll just try it straight up first. You know, I'd say that's just okay. Now, while the batter isn't bad, again, a little less crispy than I would prefer. I think the crisp on the jalapeno popper has been the best so far. But it is well seasoned and in general not super oily. I think that's a common theme here, and that I appreciate a lot. You've got a bit of a blended chicken mix in here, very similar to a chicken nugget. And while I wouldn't exactly classify it as dry, I wouldn't classify it as juicy either, somewhere in the middle. I think it could use a little bit of additional seasoning. It's a tad on the bland side, but I think if you got some youngins who are just looking for some very basic chicken nuggets, this will do just fine. And the last appetizer from this sampler platter is the fried zucchini. I'm gonna go and dip it into some of the ranch dressing here. Let's give it a bite. You know, I'd say that's just okay. Of all the fried options, this was the most under. Because of that, it does feel a little bit greasier in my hands as well. This is the greasiest of the four that I've tried. The zucchini is a little bit too soft for me. I'd like a little bit of additional bite there. And unfortunately, it's bland. The zucchini definitely needs additional seasoning. The ranch dressing certainly helps, but in general, this isn't the best zucchini I've had. It's just okay. All right, my friends, now the last appetizer I'm trying today is the soup of the day. Today it happens to be cream of chicken. Got a nice spoonful here. This looks ultra creamy. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it's actually really good. An incredibly thick soup here, much more like a chowder. While it's creamy, it's incredibly rich. There's a lot of butter at work here, along with heavy cream. Be sure you're ready for a dense soup. I do like the chicken in here. It's not too stringy. It hasn't been completely obliterated in the heat of the soup. It's retained a bit of its texture. It's quite nice. It's a very well-seasoned soup, nice amounts of salt and pepper here, very well-balanced in flavor. It's hearty and heartwarming. I actually really like this one. All right, everyone, now that's all the appetizers I'm trying today. I'm joined by a friend and we're gonna continue working on this and then we'll go in on some breakfast next. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Now, welcome back, my friends. Unfortunately, I couldn't use the footage from the restaurant because some things are happening in the background that I can't show. However, my breakfast items were the pancakes as well as their French toast and their country fried steak and eggs. First off, I want to go in on their pancakes. Now, these are their legendary pancakes, and several of you in the comments have told me that these are the best pancakes in Las Vegas. I'm actually really excited to try these. While I could douse them in butter and syrup, I want to try them on their own first. Let's see how they are. That is an excellent pancake. A perfect density to these hotcakes. While slightly airy, you do get a nice, satisfying bite with this. This is a really great pancake batter. I love the crisp on the outside. They've absolutely nailed the cook. A little bit of that pan-fried crisp. Really great flavors here. Just a hint of sweetness and a lot of richness. A good buttery flavor. I can see why many have said this is the best pancake in Las Vegas. I'm gonna have to think about which ones come better than this, but this is so good. Now get a little bit of the syrup on here as well. You can see that syrup just glistening in the light there. Let's give this a try. Oh, okay, yeah, that's really good. That maple syrup is obviously complementing this pancake perfectly. A match made in heaven, maple syrup and pancakes. And when the pancakes are this good, getting that additional dimension of sweetness from that maple syrup is just taking it to a whole new level. I've definitely been converted. I'm a big fan of the pancakes here at Dupar's. Next up, the French toast. I've got some pretty high expectations after that pancake, but the French toast is looking really good here. We'll try it straight up first. Oh yeah, that's quite good. A very nice brioche toast here. Well toasted, nice crisp on that outside. but the egg is perfectly permeated throughout all of this, giving the French toast a spongier and softer interior. There's a really nice, rich flavor of egg on this French toast. I would say most of the French toasts I've had, the egg is much more of a subdued flavor, so I'm really appreciating the amount of richness it's bringing here. A little bit of that powdered sugar provides some additional sweetness, but I would say the sweetness levels are relatively muted on their own. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the syrup on there. Looks beautiful. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's really good. The introduction of the syrup here enhances the French toast way more than it enhances the pancakes for me. The pancakes I feel like I would eat on their own even without syrup all day. But this French toast, I do want just a little bit of an extra dimension, and the syrup brings it nicely. I love that kind of woodsy sweetness that maple brings, and it's working so well with the French toast here. In general, a good French toast dish, I do like that. Okie doke, next up we're going in on their country fried steak. First off, starting with the steak. Got a nice slice of that country fried steak here. Really thick looking gravy. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that's good. A nice breading to this steak. It's well seasoned, although I would stand it to be a little bit crispier. But as mentioned before with their fried platter, I do think in general their breading and fry jobs for the most part are pretty good. The steak inside is very tender, though I do think it's a bit on the dry side. It does have a nice flavor, it's well seasoned, you certainly get a good beefy flavor here. But the star of the show is the country gravy. It's so good. A very rich and savory country gravy with a lot of flavor coming from the sausage here. Nice seasoning in that sausage, you definitely get some fennel, really enhancing the overall flavors of this gravy. And it plays so nicely with the country fried steak. A pretty good country fried steak here, I like that. Next up, we'll go in on some eggs, and those of you who watch the channel for a while know I'm all about the over medium. Let's see how it is. Yeah, that's just fine. A well-executed over medium egg here. Cooked through whites with a nice runny yolk, rich in flavor, well seasoned. Good eggs on this breakfast plate today. Next up, the hash browns. Got some ketchup on these hash browns, and a nice forkful here. Let's give them a try. Oh yeah, those are great hash browns. Very nice buttery hash browns here. Great cook on these potatoes. They're soft with a good crispy exterior on the side that's hitting the griddle. I genuinely like the texture here. A nice sweetness coming from that tomato ketchup, complementing the flavors of these potatoes very well. I like them just fine. These are good hash browns. All right, everyone, now the last bite I'm trying from this breakfast round is gonna be the toast that came with the country fried steak. I got their white toast today, and this looks nice and buttered. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's fine. Pretty standard white bread here. A little bit sweet, well toasted, with a lot of butter providing richness. This is the kind of toast I love for breakfast. It's really solid here. All right, everyone, now that's all of the breakfast items I'm trying today. My friend and I are gonna continue working on this, and then we'll go in on a second round of entrees. I think some handhelds sound pretty good. I'll see you in a little bit when they arrive. And welcome back, everyone. My round of sandwiches just got here, and this is looking really good. Let me give you a view. I got their patty melt as well as their tuna melt, and that monthly special, the chicken parm sandwich between Texas toast. I got all of their different sides, potato salad, french fries, coleslaw, and fruit. I'm looking forward to this. Let's give them a try. Alrighty, first up, we're going in on the patty melt. Really good looking patty melt here. Looks like a medium well-cooked burger. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, not bad. A nice rye bread here, a mild nutty flavor, maybe a little bit more malty than your standard white bread. And it's been incredibly well buttered and toasted. Good rye bread here. Absolutely love the caramelized onions, a nice nutty sweetness there. And the Swiss cheese provides a nice richness, as well as its nice milder flavors. I think my biggest issue is actually with the burger patty. Unfortunately, it's incredibly salty, it's over seasoned, and once it takes over in the middle of the bite, it really doesn't leave too much room for something else. Cooked to a nice medium though, it is a good tender and juicy burger patty. But unfortunately, when something is too salty, it just overpowers everything. While all of the other elements are good, they just needed to lower that salt level a bit, and this could have been really nice. Now you get 4 different choices when it comes to sides, when it comes to your handhelds. However, the chicken parm special comes with both french fries and coleslaw. And so with my patty melt, I went in with our potato salad. Let's give it a try. Oh, that's really good. A rich and creamy potato salad there. Very soft potatoes, nice cook on that. A little bit of crunch coming from the celery is a nice texture here. And this potato salad is incredibly well seasoned, good flavors. A little bit of a sour element coming from some citrus in here as well. A solid potato salad, I like that. Alrighty, next up, this is the tuna melt. I'm definitely a big fan of tuna melts, and there's so much tuna in here. I love the ratio that I'm seeing. Let's give it a taste. Oh, that's really good. Now the menu mentions that it's served on rye bread, but I believe this is a sourdough, and I am all for it. A nice sourdough bread here, well buttered and well toasted, good crunch, and holding up to the weight of this tuna. I like this quite a bit. The tuna itself is very nice. It's well seasoned, but not a ton of mayo, so it's not too creamy. It actually lets you appreciate the flavor of the tuna much more. Diced up onions and celery in here provide a bit of a crunch. We've got a Swiss cheese in this sandwich as well, providing a nice mild flavor. This is a good tuna melt, I like this. Now one of the options is fresh fruit, and so I got that along with the tuna melt. A little bit on the forkful here, let's give it a try. Yeah, it's just fine. A very fresh and sweet fruit cup here. My cantaloupe and pineapple were great. A nice natural sweetness to it. It's good fruit. Alrighty, and the last sandwich I want to try today is the chicken parm on Texas toast. This is a monthly special, and it sounded really intriguing. It's a little unwieldy. Let's see how it is. Whoa, wow, what a sandwich. There's a lot going on here. The Texas toast is incredibly rich. I believe it's built upon the egg bread that we saw earlier, and it's very good. It's got a Parmesan crusted top with a lot of additional garlic and butter. This Texas toast has a lot of flavor just on its own. I love the marinara sauce here at Dupar's. Such a zesty and savory marinara sauce. They've cooked out a lot of the sweetness, really amplifying those deep tomato flavors. It's such a good sauce for the sandwich. The chicken Parmesan cutlet is both enormous and very tasty. Well breaded, not too oily, with a good juicy chicken in the center. It's also well seasoned, good flavors when it comes to that chicken parm. A mozzarella cheese here provides some nice richness. It all does work together very well, and it's a lot of flavor. It is a bit much though, and after just a couple of bites, I'm starting to feel a bit of fatigue when it comes to these flavors. It's quite intense, but I must say that very first bite was kind of magical. I do like this. Now, as mentioned, the chicken parm sandwich does come with some French fries as well as coleslaw. Let's see how these French fries are. Oh yeah, those are fine. A good classic French fry here, nice and crispy on the outside, pillowy in the center, well seasoned, good fry job, and a good starchy potato flavor. No real issues with these French fries, they do just fine. All right, everyone, now the last bite I'm trying from this round of food is gonna be the coleslaw. This rounds out all of their side options when it comes to the handhelds. Pretty standard looking coleslaw here. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's just fine. A good coleslaw here. You've got crunchy, fresh vegetables, fresh in flavor, a nice amount of mayonnaise here, providing a good, rich, creamy texture, as well as a nice sugar level. They've actually evened out those flavors very well. A little bit of vinegar, providing some tang. I think the one thing I'm missing here would be some good amounts of black pepper. Not bad at all. That's a fine coleslaw there. All right, my friends, now that's gonna do it for this round of entrees. I'm gonna be honest with you, I want to go in on another round, go in on some of their proteins, but I don't think my stomach can actually take anymore. I'm filled to the absolute brim, so I think just a little bit of dessert and we're gonna call it a day. So don't go anywhere, because sweets are coming up next. And welcome back, everyone. It's definitely time for some dessert. Let me show you their sweets menu. And here is your dessert menu from Dupar's Restaurant and Bakery. We've got a chocolate brownie sundae, milkshakes, ice cream, and sundaes. Very nice. On the back side here, we have some pie classics. You've got your traditional fruit pies, specialty pies, and cream pies. They also have cheesecakes of the month. And there's your dessert menu. A nice looking dessert menu there. I'm gonna go ahead and put my order in, but for all of you at home, I'm gonna make it appear right now. And here's what I got. This is their chocolate sundae. I've got a nice spoonful here with some nuts, chocolate sauce, as well as the whipped cream. I am so full, but it's time to activate the dessert stomach and give this a shot. Oh yeah, that's good. A solid chocolate sauce sundae here. Sweet vanilla ice cream, relatively creamy, not too hard. The freezer's been kept at a nice temperature. Chocolate sauce is rich, get that nice cocoa flavor there. The chopped up nuts here provide some additional texture as well as nuttiness, and a nice airy sweetness coming from that whipped cream as well. This is a very nice chocolate sundae, a great way to end the meal. All right, everyone, now that does it for my brunch here at Dupar's at the Suncoast Casino in Las Vegas. My meal came out to $132 today, and I really enjoyed myself. I can definitely see why people have been raving about the pancakes here. They're really good. I'm gonna have to think hard about where I've had better pancakes. Nothing's immediately coming to mind. A pretty decent chicken fried steak as well, and they have really great sandwiches here. That chicken parm Texas toast was so flavorful, although I don't know if I could down that whole thing without going into a food coma. But in general, you've got a very friendly, inviting atmosphere with solid food here at Dupar's. Locals in the area certainly have a very nice restaurant here at Dupar's. I like it quite a bit. All right, everyone, now that's gonna do it for this Tuesday video where I check out a much more local spot here in the Valley. Coming this Saturday, I'm gonna be continuing my quest to vlog every single restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip and downtown. Make sure you come back for that one. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great week, and I hope you enjoyed Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.